What's up, everybody? I'm with Zak McAllister. Zak, how'd you start performing?
Well, whenever I was in 5th grade, there was a talent show, and I was like, nobody knows that I know how to juggle, so that might be fun to just go and juggle at the talent show. So that's what I did. And all I did was 3-ball cascade.
Okay.
And then right hand, go over to the left hand.
Nice.
And then I would swap to like an orange, and then I would do it with an apple. And it was like a overly excessive act. It was like maybe 10 minutes. So that's basically my first performance.
Were you hooked after that with the performance? How'd that feel?
No, I really didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like it. And then I started doing it more and more. And
wait. So you didn't like it, but did you stop juggling?
No, I kept juggling. I love juggling. But at first I was like, I don't know if I like people watching me do this.
Okay.
Every year I did a talent show at my school. And then every time I did it, I liked it more and more. And then I started looking out for like different places that I could perform. And then my big thing that I do now is I street perform in my town, just mainly for fun. Yeah. And everyone knows me, so it's
awesome,
kind of a fun little thing to do.
That's very cool.
The place where I street perform, I know the people who own the property, so I will get a sound system and I'll go through like maybe 20 minutes of performance stuff for a general audience, not a juggling audience.
Okay. Cool, man.
Go through that.
Did you fire?
No, they won't let me do that.
So what props do you juggle in your act?
Clubs and balls.
Nice.
The rings don't really work that well.
Right.
And the wind. But whenever I do a non-street performing show, rings are my main prop.
Oh, cool.
So it kind of swaps.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. So how many hours do you practice when you're working on new stuff?
I'd say like the most I've ever practiced consistently was about 11 hours.
Wow.
A day.
11 hours?
Yeah.
That's a long day.
Yeah, it's because I was homeschooled and I had nothing to do.
Okay.
So I would just do that all day after I finished really early all of my work that I needed to do.
One thing I see that you do in your act is you get a lot of cool moves. Where do these ideas come from? Do you have any inspirations that you like to see? Because you do it a different way. Yeah. For sure.
It's funny because a lot of my tricks are from accidents or dreams.
Oh, okay.
Which is really weird. Like,
cool.
So the first one, so you know my 4-ball, one goes up my back. I was trying to do this move that Vladik does. Right. You know the juggler Vladik, where he shoots it upward, like over behind.
He flips it back and goes and catches it. Yeah.
Well, I thought I did it weird, and I thought I was gonna hit my head, so I ducked, and then it rolled straight up my back, and I was
perfect.
I was like, oh,
nice,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So I guess I can do that now. So I do the BBB like
juggling behind the back.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And thank you, by the way, for helping me learn that behind the back. That's awesome.
I just had this random dream where I was performing in Kuza, and I was dressed up like Anthony Gatto or something.
That's awesome.
And I was kicking the balls up into the pattern. I was going into like 9 and like doing like all these crazy things. And I was like, once I woke up and I was like, I wonder if that's possible. 9 balls, not possible.
But in a dream, it's possible.
Yeah, I don't have enough back room for that. I barely have enough for 7. And it does not look good.
Well, in the dream, were there smaller balls? Is that how that worked? You saw 9?
I don't know. Maybe like.
Or your back was bigger?
It was like completely unproportional to the rest of my body.
Oh, like one of those mirrors that you see, those clown mirrors, and they have like long arms?
Yeah. Basically, I guess so. So I really don't know.
So it kind of looks like that too.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And one last example is an accident with the 3-ring trick where they go on my knees. That was an accident too. I was practicing face rolls because I saw Tony does a lot after and I was practicing.
Tony Pezzo. Right?
Yeah, Tony Pezzo. Cool. And you can roll it off of your elbow or like this part of the arm after it goes over your face, and it'll do another roll. And one time while I was practicing that, it just fell, and for whatever reason my knee was just placed like that and it fell on it. So I just started messing around with that and trying to make it more. And now when I want to create something, I basically just take the prop and throw it around every which way, hoping something like that will happen. Or I'll take previous stuff that I've seen and try and combine different techniques that I've seen. So maybe like, I don't know, something that I was doing a lot of was like something like Mills Mess combined with back crosses, see what that would look like, or Mills Mess combined with penguins and see what that would look
yes.
like.
Yes.
But I don't know.
It's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Any advice that you give to someone that wants to perform and try new things and juggle?
Don't over stress about performing, because it feels like if you like mess up, everyone's gonna hate you or something.
Yeah.
And the only situation I can see that happening is like on America's Got Talent, where they don't like dropping at all.
Yeah.
So you don't want to mess up in that situation, but in a normal audience, it really doesn't matter that much, I don't think. And it's not as devastating for any of them at all. They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, he dropped, but if he keeps going like nothing ever happened, then it's more interesting to them rather than you're just sulking around because they're staged because you messed up.
Right.
So,
exactly.
I guess so.
What is it that performing is giving back to you? What's the gift?
Like I said, I'm homeschooled, so I really don't know how to talk to people. So just doing talking, like, or anything like that, like performing using facial expressions, I feel like that's helped some.
Yeah. You're a great talker.
Yeah, when I was like in 8th grade, there was one teacher who had never heard me really talk until like maybe 2 months in or something ridiculous. Like I'd just kind of sit there and I was afraid to talk because I don't know, like there's this is kind of off topic.
That's fine. No, nothing. It's great.
There's this one.
Thank you for sharing.
There's this one scenario where all of my friends will be talking and everything in the middle of class, and I'll lean over and say something like, hey, do you know what is for homework tonight? And then the teacher will be like, Zach, I expected more from you. Why are you talking? And like, I'm the only one who gets in trouble. Like, it's kind of like it's a weird situation that it doesn't fit in with this conversation, but I just thought it was kind of funny. And that was another reason that I didn't really talk that much. But
so you're afraid of getting in trouble? You're always getting in trouble for things, even though you weren't talking?
I guess so. Yeah, but it's mainly that and just like different anxiety issues when I was younger.
So do you feel that the juggling and performing has really helped you with your anxiety that you go through from time to time?
Yeah. And
you look forward to that performance to kind of like relieve your anxiety and say, you know what, wow, I can breathe, I can finally do all these emotions and share it.
Yeah, the only problem I have is that I'm never happy with it, because you always can do better.
Right.
And like I could have done better with this, or I could have done better with that, so I never
do
feel
the same
happy.
thing too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people are like not happy with what they do. Most of it, unless they're just like, that was awesome. Right. I'm a legend. No, I don't know. But
perhaps maybe be happy in the moment, and then you know that in the future it'll get better.
Yeah, and you can like look back and think about how you could make it better.
Absolutely.
Or maybe if that trick was too hard, maybe I should go back and make it easier trick that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I feel like, it's important to just be in the moment, and when you're on stage, I feel like now you're finally to be in the moment that you want to be.
Yeah.
People see you as, oh, he doesn't talk too much, or maybe he gets nervous, but now we get to really see you and how you speak. Your performance is awesome, and it was great to see who you are and what you do and how you do something differently with your feet or juggle behind the back. Yeah. It's great to see you, and I feel, I don't know if it's right, but I feel like in a way that's the most important thing for you, is just to be on stage and showcase yourself for the first time. Say, hey guys, this is me. This is the real Zach.
I mean, you don't want to just go on stage and be a robot.
Right.
So, I mean, you could be a robot.
You just do a bunch of tricks, but what's fun with that, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it's an unintentional being a robot, then that's I don't think that fits the description of what you should be doing. Maybe if you go up on stage dressed like a robot, then you could act like a robot. Could be that could be your thing. Yeah. But like if you're just kind of like like you do your neck catch, and you just look up and you don't really make any facial expressions whatsoever.
For you, how do you like to feel when you're on stage?
If I don't hear anything from the audience, it becomes so much harder for me.
Okay.
Because it's like, oh, do they not like it, or what's going on?
Right. We all think that, right?
Yeah. So I try to add in a lot of applause points. Like 2 nights ago, the ball ring section of that act. I don't know if you remember that at all. But it's a very tight to music act, and there's not a lot of time for like applause or anything like that. So usually, whenever I perform that act, all of the applause comes at the very end. You don't have any points in the middle. So I'm really just hoping that they actually are enjoying it, because I don't hear any responses to anything except for like maybe like a
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
like
check this out.
Yeah.
You know who also does that? That does it from the beginning to the end to get applause? Francis Brun.
Really?
He always wanted the audience to clap at the end. I mean, from the story I hear, he never really liked the audience applauding. He'd rather just be in awe. He liked it when it was quiet. Think about it. His trick is his act. From the beginning to the end is one trick. So maybe for you, it could be that. You know, you can do one trick, but it's the whole act.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you get your applause.
Yeah.
Maybe try it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Find a whole combination from the beginning to the end.
Find a good
That'd be cool, man.
cue, so that way they don't feel like, hey, I should have.
The cue is when you leave the stage.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be cool, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Oh, you have it, man, and you're an awesome performer. Anything else you want to say? One last words?
Keep juggling.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Keep juggling. Thanks, guys, for watching. Zach, check him out. He's amazing. See you guys next time. Cool.